So as soon as the accessible game of the O.C.G, and we're playing The Last of Us 2. I was continuing my attempt to get the platinum. Am I live? Let me just make sure. Charge my phone. Okay, I'm live. Just making sure. Okay.
Holy. This is definitely not Tony. Who the fuck did this? I don't know. But it's a message. This just happened. You think they're still here? I hope not. Keep your eyes open.
Sorry, let me see. Yeah, when we get into the real shit. Okay, man. Yeah, no, it's fine.
This way, Ellie. I don't like this. We're too exposed. We have to search all of it. I want to find Leah. Just be careful.
More shotgun ammo is a good thing. There's a trading card.
What is that?
Supplements. And they got Leah. God, please give me for
It's her.
Look at my. God, please give me doing my dear highness. God, doing my sons of deals name.
You sure? Yes.
God, please give me for doing my sons of deals.
Guess the universe really wanted her dead, huh?
God, please give me for doing the name. God, please give me for doing my shit so I can look at my shit so I can name.
There's nothing on her.
God, please give me for doing my sons so I can deal with name. Sorry, my anxiety is being a poor. God, please doing my sons so I can name.
This is 2. Do you copy? 6. Acknowledge. Over.
Dina. It's all of them.
Hey, wait. That's near Jackson.
Look at their fucking smiles. That's her. That's the one who killed him.
Three down, right?
3 down.
6. This is 2. Do you copy? Support Unit India en route to the TV station. Repeat. Support
Shit.
Unit India en route.
Yeah, we should
Over.
get going. Well, she's dead. How do you feel? I'm pissed we couldn't talk to her.
Yeah.
But she didn't hurt Joel. It would have been pretty fucked up to make her talk. She traveled hundreds of miles to torture him. I don't care whether she held the club or not.
I get it.
You want to find somewhere to hole up? Look over Leah's stuff? For sure. Let's head deeper into downtown. We can find a building to secure. Shit. Get down. Christ.
They're all dead.
1, 2,
Scars killed
3,
them.
4, 5,
Spread
6.
out. We still could have scars in the building. Watch each other.
How are we getting out of here?
Someone get to the radio and call this in now.
On me.
What are you doing?
Cutting them down.
Make sure the building's clear first.
I'm not leaving them up there.
What the fuck's cutting them down gonna do now? Go!
Fuck.
grid. Sweep the area. Over here!
Pin her down!
I saw them go over there! Got him!
Shit.
Start running! Got you now!
Yeah, that was a smart fucking idea.
And he's still standing?
I don't think so. I hear more. This way. Come on.
Yeah, I'll get that after I finish looting. And refilling my shit. Okay, there's another. Oh, hey. Sweet. Oh, there's a fucking... It's supposed to be another... here we go. Okay, that's everything for here. Gotcha. Sweet. Okay. Let me make sure all my guns are topped up. Run, bitch!
Oh, fuck! Dina! We gotta run!
Trespassers over there!
Are they with the car?
I fucking know, just shoot 'em!
Don't stop! We gotta lose them!
Dead ahead!
Oh, shit!
All right. It'll work for now. Keep going.
Find a way in!
Spores ahead. Masks. Okay. We gotta get it. There's a way through. They thought they had us. I know. Ellie.
This is great. I fucking love the red lighting in this tunnel scene. It really sets it over the top, and the fact that you have this huge clash between infected and the army is awesome.
You're here too!
Oh, you're right here for a great part. This part is fucking awesome.
Oh, fuck, they're here too!
Okay. We shouldn't hang out here for too long. Grab what you can, and then let's move.
I fucking love the contrast between the snow tunnels and the red lighting. Not that it's really any surprise. Lighting has always been one of the things Naughty Dog does best.
Dina.
Fucking move it!
Shit. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Are you okay? Yeah.
This is honestly one of the high points of Ellie's campaign.
I'm really tired. Yeah, let's get out of here.
And also, where part of the plot contrivance comes in, unfortunately. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Dina is pregnant. And that's all well and good, but she's been pregnant for like 1 month. And she's like so sick from pregnancy that she can't go on. And so she kind of takes a back seat. And the reason why they do that is pretty fucking obvious. Because they have other characters in the other days. But it just stretches credibility so much, okay? It's incredibly rare for somebody to be so sick with morning sickness that they can't even function. And especially a month into pregnancy, that is insanely fucking rare. And just kind of comes along as like a contrived way to get her out of the plot for more characters to pop up. Especially because it's like, oh, I'm fine, and then, no, I'm not fine, I'm pregnant. In the span of like a single day. Because remember, it takes place over 1 fucking day. So, well, the events thus far. Obviously, the actual shit's over 3 days. So, you're not going to be 6 weeks pregnant. And fucking invalid for morning sickness. And if you are, it's not typical morning sickness. It's like something that's going to kill you. Yeah. So that's what I mean when I say that there's just parts of this game. There are parts of this game that are really good, and then there are parts of this game that kind of come out of nowhere with the writing and feel contrived. Like, I understand they needed to figure out a way to get Dina out of the way, because you spend the majority of day 1 with her. So they wanted to have day 2, Jesse comes back, and they have more of Tommy. But they could have found a better way to sideline her than a roid rage morning sickness. In my opinion, anyway.
Maybe through here?
It's not like a deal breaker, but it is what I mean when I say there's parts of this game that are incredibly well written, and there's parts that are just kind of sloppy.
Did you hear what they kept calling us? Scars. I wonder if that's who made all those neurons. And gutted all those wolves. Everyone in this city's a fucking psycho. No shit. There's an opening down here. Fuck.
And there's also where you find the new type of infected that's in this game. The Shambler. They're like super bloaters. And they like breathe acidic fumes around them. They're a bitch. They're brand new in this game. So this is actually a great scene. I mean, like this right here, this is fucking peak lighting. Fucking creepy ass sewers, red lighting flickering through the grates in the walls, lighting up the fucking spores from the fungus. I mean, this is a horror game tier lighting. And once again shows that Naughty Dog knows how to make a fucking scene.
Jesus.
And you see they're horribly, horribly burned from the Shambler.
Like this? Bloaters have acid spores. That didn't sound like a bloater. Whatever the fuck they're fighting, we should let them kill each other.
Oh, here we go.
Clicker. My favorite kind.
Another weapon table. Yeah, it does. Yeah. And it's just cool because you find the new type of infected. You get into when you enter the tunnel, you missed it. But when you first enter the tunnel, there's a large force of the army chasing you and a bunch of clickers. So you can literally play the two against each other and watch them kill each other, which is fucking great. Just a great scene. And there was obviously a subway section in the original game, but they managed to make this not feel like that. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Here soon, I'll get the bow. You don't get the bow as Ellie until day 2. And I try to upgrade the bow, because just like in the first game, you will not have enough parts to upgrade every weapon on the first playthrough. You have to do New Game Plus. Which means, in the first playthrough, you have to be really careful about what you choose to upgrade and what you choose not to. And the bow is my jam, so it's like a fucking guarantee. That I will upgrade the bow. Especially because in this game, Ellie can actually use supplies to craft more arrows.
Got another ladder across there. Okay. How do we get to it? Gotta be some way over there.
So you were able to make a lot more arrows in this game, which is great.
That'll do.
I mean, it's supplemented a little bit by having the pistol, but, you know, I still like the bow. And on top of which, the bow, you can upgrade it to have a rangefinder that will show you the precise distance you need to aim for to hit your target. Once you upgrade it, they actually added that to the remake of The Last of Us 1. It's like an optional toggle. Even though it comes from this game and you have to upgrade the bow to get it. So, like, you can turn on the rangefinder in the Last of Us remake in the menu. Like I said, it really helps with aiming. Although Abby gets my favorite.
Ladder's broken.
She gets the crossbow.
Damn it.
And it's much slower to reload. It's designed to be kind of like the opposite of Ellie's crossbow. Ellie's crossbow is quick to draw. And you can make shots, but the shots are weak, and it's very rare that you can reuse them. Whereas Abby's crossbow has a scope you can upgrade it to have, and it can shoot much farther, and the bolts are much more durable. You can pretty much always reuse them, but you can't craft any as her. And as an example, I was mentioning before, of where each character, even when they have similar weapons like bow and arrow, it's handled incredibly differently. Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much also how they handle the characters. Abby's more of a brawler, as you might have noticed, and hits harder, and her skills focus more on being brutal, whereas Ellie is more nimble and graceful. So that's what I mean when I say, like, they do a fucking terrific job of making the characters feel different and not just like reswaps. And then, you know, aside from the fact that they also managed to have completely different moments in the campaign. Like I said, you go down in the subway, pretty much, you go down in the subway and you're seeing the red lights and all that. That never comes up as Abby. You never go anywhere near the subway. There's no scene like this in Abby's campaign. But then in Abby's campaign, you go up a fucking huge skyscraper and climb all the way up to get medicine. You have to climb to a hospital and take a sky bridge. There's nothing like that in Ellie's campaign. So, like, it's actually pretty brilliant because you think with the majority of this game being set in Seattle and with both campaigns being in the same city that there would be less variety or that there would be a lot of reused environments. There is not. None of these characters meet up in the same places. Virtually the only time they actually meet up is in predetermined story moments for a very, very brief time. And that's not to recycle the environment. That's to show where their paths are converging. That's more of a story thing. Like, you'll infiltrate a hospital as Ellie and have to kill everybody there to get in the hospital. And then you'll play as Abby and you'll just walk through the courtyard because she's friends with the people there. And so, whereas Ellie goes to the hospital and she kills to get through the front lobby, Abby goes down underneath the hospital. So even when their paths converge, it's to take them to two entirely different places. There's like virtually no fucking recycled content between the two campaigns. Okay? So the fact that they managed to have two super long campaigns that are in the same city during the same 3 days and managed to make none of the campaigns feel derivative of each other is commendable. They managed to get a lot of environmental variety out of this. And when they do have the paths cross, like I said, it doesn't feel like it was done to save time. It feels like it was done as a story reference. Like, oh, hey, did you see the place where you had to fucking fight your way through? Abby's able to just walk through. So it's cool seeing how their paths crisscross in the events of the game. And at first...
Dina, this way.
Got another good one! Get out of here! Ah, watch out!
What about Donkey? Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's I fall in a similar camp, dude. This game has plenty of great things. Okay? The gameplay is super satisfying. And intense. The graphics are fucking top tier. The design is great. The weapon upgrades are great. The enemies are great. Like, there is so much good things about this game that I as I was trying to say before, even if you're like, man, I fucking hate the story, the gameplay is good enough that it's still worth playing. It is peak fucking survival gameplay. The animations, the fucking brutality of the combat, stomping on a clicker, seeing a shotgun blast and seeing somebody's parts fly across the room, crafting ammunition, the weapon upgrade, every upgrade being an actual upgrade on the gun with a physical upgrade, having to scavenge supplies. It is peak survival gameplay. You know, the world design. Peak world design. Naughty Dog knows how to fucking build a game. And then, like I said, the first game, if you did pretty much absolutely everything, got all the collectibles, all that, it's about 11 to 12 hours, okay? And then you might be able to throw another 2 hours in there for Left Behind. It's not a very long DLC. It's a good DLC, but it's very story-focused. So you're going to spend about 11 hours-ish, 11 to 12 hours on The Last of Us 1. Okay, Last of Us 2 is like 30 hours to do everything. It is over twice the length. It's damn near 3 times the fucking length of the first game. Okay? I mean, they made a sequel that was a metric fuck tons bigger. Okay? And you might think that with it being stuck between Ellie and Abby that they would be diluted, but like I said, Ellie's portion in this game is bigger than the entire original game. So Ellie still has plenty of time to shine, and Abby, once again, is like the size of the first game. And yeah, Death Stranding is a game that I have mixed feelings about. There are parts of Death Stranding I really love, and there are parts I hate. I won't say it's a bad game. I think the story's fucking incredible. You have to give it a lot of time to get going. The story starts out very, very slow, but it is absolutely worth the investment at the end. Towards the, like, I'm going to say, like, the last act of Death Stranding, is story fucking takes, like, full, like, I wouldn't say it, like, it's not present up until then, but in the third act, the story really fucking shifts up, and it becomes the focus, and the story in the end is just fantastic. Finding out about Clifford, who he is, breaks my heart, man. Fucking Die Hardman. The truth about his mom, that what caused the Death Stranding, seeing the character arc come through, the shit with the Lou. But like, there is a lot of narrative payoff where the story really kicks through. It just takes a lot of patience getting there. They spend a lot of time just kind of building it up. And at first, the game doesn't have much of a hook. I will agree. It's just like, oh, deliver packages. You know, you have to give Death Stranding some patience. I will say that. And even mechanically, it takes a while because, you know, to get cars, and then you don't have a lot of tools. And one of the best parts of Death Stranding is the building. I love being able to build stuff, like to see how you change land. Oh, I had a hard time getting up here. Put a ladder. Oh, I put a ramp. Oh, build a road. And you can literally see how far you've come and change the world. And then connecting the region to the chiral network, and then seeing all the stuff other people have added is just really fucking cool. And, you know, the whole theme of the Death Stranding is that humanity is better when we're together. And they say that in the story, but by showing you all the stuff people built and put in your world that helps you, they show you in gameplay as well that everybody is better off when they're working together. And I love it when they're able to not just tell you a message, they're able to show you a message and convey it in more than just words. And every time you're able to quickly go over a bridge because somebody put a bridge there, or every time your ass is saved by a safe spot to rest, you think, man, I'm glad people were there to help me. And so when you first enter the region, you have nothing to help you. You're just slugging out on your own. And then once you connect it to the chiral network and everybody helps you, it's so much easier. So the game shows you, it's like, see how much better things are when things are, you know, everybody's working together, and they don't have to beat you over the head with the message because they show you in the gameplay. It's more than just coming out of their mouth. You know, and like I said, going from having to hoof it to being able to ride a bike down the fucking highway and all the stuff that they added is great. It's just like I said, it's just uneven. Hideo Kojima really tried to make a new game, a new type of game, and there are parts of Death Stranding that I love, and then there are parts where it's just like, come on, okay? Yeah, it starts showing, yeah, exactly, which are more used. That's what I'm saying. But I have problems with Death Stranding, which I'm hoping that the sequel, it's supposed to come out next year, can fix. And well, I mean, it would make sense, literally, if 2025, it's been in development for 6 years, so you'd hope that it, you know, would be ready. That's about the average time for a Kojima game, so, but just like I said, like, having to go through the process of the BTs over and over again, having to watch the fucking animation of the thing coming up, and scanning, having to constantly micromanage you. Like, I understand what they're trying to do, but I do wish that there was less micromanagement of, like, resources and shit like that, so I could get to the game and get more to the fun stuff. Like, I don't care about my weight on my pack capacity. I'm sorry, I don't. That's not what I'm coming to Death Stranding for. And I do wish that they would have more of a hook than deliver mail, because when you get into Death Stranding, it becomes a lot more than that, but at first there's not a lot keeping you going in a narrative hook. And I do think that they could have made the game a lot better by leading with a stronger narrative hook. Because in the Metal Gear games, for example, they always usually begin with the, like, whoa, you know, thing that gets you, like, oh, and the thing, like, oh, hey, terrorists are going to blow up a fucking plant and, you know, off the coast, an oil refining facility. Oh, terrorists are going to drop nukes if we don't give them the Big Boss's body. You know, oh, they're going to cause the fucking World War III and the Cold War. Like, Metal Gear games typically lead with a big thing to hook you and draw your attention. And Death Stranding, I understand what they were trying to do, that he's just trying to go about his life and deliver packages, and he gets wrapped up more into connections because he just wants to be alone. But I wish that they would have had more of a lead to hook you in from the start. And I think, of course, I also think that a large part of that will be fixed just by the nature of it being Death Stranding 2. A lot of the time in Death Stranding, one of the reasons why it's slower is because it's building up the characters and the world and the setting. But in a sequel, that doesn't need to be done, so they can hit the ground running at a much faster clip. And stuff like that. And like I said, I wish there would be like maybe an easy mode where I know there's an easy mode technically, but I'm talking about like where they simplify. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing as TLOU remastered. I don't know why YouTube does what YouTube's going to do. I don't give a fuck. But I wish they would have like an easy mode or a casual mode, and it's not like it makes the game's combat easier, but that it simplified some of the mechanics. So I don't always have to fucking shift the weight, so I don't always have to measure my boots. So like, to me, those things were just more irritating than anything else. Like, It is the world, the atmosphere, the BTs, the paranormal events that draws me to Death Stranding, and I feel like those obstacles, like having to manage the weight, having to tilt left and right, having to manage his boots, having to gulp monsters at the safe house, got in the way of what Death Stranding did that I liked. And I could understand that some people like the mechanics, but like I said, it would be that plays that because a lot of people are coming to Death Stranding for the atmosphere and the world. And it would be really good to have a mode that simplifies that to get people into it for those that want it. Because like I said, I don't, to me, I find having to manage the health of my boots to be more annoying than anything else. Having to constantly fucking reassure bitch baby annoying. Like, I'm not a big fan of that type of micromanagement anyway. There's a reason why when I play Minecraft, I play creative. I'm not there to manage resources and have to survive. I'm there to fucking build. That's why everybody's like, why don't you play survival? Because it's not what I'm here for, dog. I want to make blocks into buildings. Okay? And yes, like, it's weird that I say that and I like survival horror, but survival horror, the scarceness of resources is not the focus of the whole game, and it's in service to the overall atmosphere and the wider stuff. In Minecraft, it's not. To me, in Minecraft, the like survival and having to deal with creepers and all that is a distraction from the things that I do enjoy in Minecraft, which is the building. Although
I got you!
And sorry, another thought tangent. When I play a game, I play it for escapism. Yeah. God, they've sullied the name of the whole fucking thing. I feel bad for Minecraft people sometimes, man. It's like, can I just hear about the game and not what fucking weird, creepy shit another Minecraft creator has done? Or in the case of George Not Found, was falsely accused of doing. Because he was totally innocent. Didn't matter, but still. Like, I swear to God, like, if you're a Minecraft YouTuber, there's like a 50-50 chance you're a fucking pedo. Like, I understand there's always going to be creeps in every community, but it's abnormally high in Minecraft, man. And Minecraft stands are the fucking worst. Dude, Dream stands, oh my God. I didn't even know Dream, and his stands made me hate him. And now I just hate him on his own, but Jesus Christ, that's like a fucking cult. Like, Minecraft stands, oh my God. And some of them, it's okay. They're little kids. They don't know any better. They do blindly worship people. But there are adults who just fucking would suck Dream's dick, man. That would wipe a wet fart out of his ass if he asked them to. Like, it is unhealthy. Like probably some of the most toxic fan culture I've ever seen is fucking Minecraft stan culture. Yeah, like, that to me almost... Well, it can be whatever you want it to be, man. You can either go building, you can go full survival. That's what I mean. Like, it's up to you. It can be a survival game or it can be a building game. I personally come to it for the building, but there are a lot of people who get really off on the survival, having to survive from creepers, having to get supplies, having to, make everything work to build a complex to survive. A lot of people like those survival games. I do not. So, let me explain. When I play games, I play them for the escapism. To get away from my regular life, to do things I could never do in real life. Okay? It's about the fantasy, the immersion of going to another place, like reading a book. I can never cast magic. I can never be a badass spy. So it's about the escapism, stepping into a different time, a different place. So any kind of thing that reminds me of real life in a game bores me. Oh, a hunger meter. Bro, I already gotta fucking watch my hunger meter in real life. It's called eating to live. Okay? So, whenever there's a game where it's like you have to manage the weather, you have to manage your thirst, you have to manage your piss, you have to manage eating, that to me is just insanely boring. It is not what I'm after. I come to games to do things I could not do in real life and to get away from real life. I don't want to be reminded of the bullshit of fucking real life when I'm playing a game. And I mean, there's a couple of games that I like that do survival mechanics, like Metal Gear Solid 3, but it was not like a survival game. There's just some hunting to showcase the theme of him having to make do in the jungle, and even then, there's so much wildlife and so much things to hunt around every opportunity, you don't even have to look for it, that you would have to purposely try to fucking starve in Metal Gear Solid 3. Even on extreme difficulty where your stamina drains more, I almost never was ever in danger of running out of fucking stamina. Ever. On a European extreme difficulty. So it's not really a constantly hunt for food, a forage. You know what I'm saying? It's more just to remind you of the setting that you're fucking roughing it out in the Russian jungle. So in that case, even though it has survival mechanics, I love Metal Gear Solid 3. It's not the same as a game focused around that. And it's also why The Sims fucking bores me to tears. Oh, great, a game about working a 9-to-5 job and eating and pissing and shitting and cleaning. It's like my life, you know. Yo, dog, I heard you like life, so I put some life in your life so you can life while you life. It's called The Sims. No, thank you. The only thing I really care about for The Sims is the house designing. But when I played The Sims, I played the console versions where the building was tremendously scaled down, okay? Because I do like building. I do like crafting. I do like making your own space, okay? Because I do like building. Sorry. I do like crafting. I do like all those things. But on the PC versions of The Sims, that crafting is next tier. But like I played The Sims 2 on console. That was my first experience with The Sims. Was The Sims 2 on the GameCube and PS2, and the building was tremendously scaled down. So it's basically just dealing with the mutiny of everyday life, and it's just not for me. Same thing with Animal Crossing. I like Animal Crossing. My mother is fucking addicted to Animal Crossing. She basically bought a Switch just to play New Leaf. Or New Horizons, I'm sorry. Thousands of hours. She literally owns one game on Switch. Like, I am not kidding, okay? Thousands of hours. I like the aesthetic of Animal Crossing because obviously, you know, it's animals. I love anthropomorphic animals. It's fucking cat. But it's just, walking around, talking to people. Fucking chopping down a tree. Gardening. It's just not for me. If they could make like an adventure game set in the world of Animal Crossing with the characters, but like you're like platforming and solving puzzles and shit, that'd be great. Oh, she is rich in bell. Millions of bells. Dude, you have no idea how hardcore my mom goes.
There's another one.
You got no idea how hardcore my mom goes on Animal Crossing. My sister too. They like really fucking played Animal Crossing. No, get away, fuck, get away. Fucking shamblers. And they even blow up when they die, assholes.
Fuck these assholes. Did they get you? No, I'm clean.
And you know, I have no problem. I have no problem with people who like The Sims and all those games. More power to them. I'm just saying, them cheeks. I have no problem with The Sims. I've got no problems with all those things. You know, if you like them, more power to you. To me,
is that what they called them? Yeah.
To me personally, those kinds of games bore me to tears.
I don't fucking know, but they're disgusting.
So it's just not for me. And that's another area where I think modern discourse has gotten off track and gotten upset, man. Like, people act like if you don't like something, you hate it. Yeah. Like, people act like if you don't like a game or a type of game, you must hate it, and you must not want other people to play it. Okay? I cannot be interested, and I can still be happy that you're enjoying it. You know? Like, it's not either or. I'm like, I not for me, but I'm happy for you. Whereas people is like, oh, if I don't like that game, I fucking hate it. Why are you playing it? Like, it's just killed discourse, man. Just making sure I got everything from this place. Okay. Like, oh, this is stupid. Why the fuck are you playing it? I mean, if you ask me my opinion on it, I'll tell you. Like, it's not for me. But I'm not going to sit there and shit on you just for playing something I don't like. Yeah, exactly. Like Alex, he's really into flight simulator games. He plays, like, military flight sim games. He loves those. That's not for me. I don't really like flying games in general. It's different where you have a game that has some flying in it, but games where you're just in a plane, I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to clown him for liking them.
No, I'm good.
Okay, just making sure I get all the collectibles so I don't miss anything. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's everything here. Hopefully soon I can get some more supplies.
Take your time. Almost done. Okay. It looks clear. As far as I can see. Good. Shamblers? As if the others weren't bad enough. Guess that's nature for you.
Get the guitar.
Nature's an asshole.
What do you mean? Yeah. It's in the music store. They also in this remaster added a mode you can play. You can just play the guitar and from the main menu.
Hey, doesn't this look like the lady from the scar graffiti? Yeah. Why do you think the wolves call them scars? After the shit we saw today,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm gonna find out.
I mean, people have been able to mimic songs really well. Like, really, really well. With it, so... I mean, it's actually a really good minigame. And the way they incorporated the strumming on the actual PS5 touchpad is really cool. They did something that really only a PS5 or PS4 controller could pull off with the touchpad, so... They played up to the strengths of the thing, so... In the remaster, yes. In the original game, no. You could only play the guitar at preset moments. They didn't think that people would play it as much as they did. So, but due to popular demand, they added a mode where you can do it from the main menu in the remaster. Okay, there's a code to the door. Okay.
Let's see.
15243.
Yes. How'd you do that? Magic. You're my favorite.
Okay. That's everything here for right now. Just making sure. Got more shotgun ammo, which is always a good thing.
There must be a way around. I like your optimism.
Okay. Shit, there's a lot of them.
We got this.
So we got Chandler. We got one Shambler there, one Shambler on the other end. We got a runner right there. Definitely try to get the runners first. So looks like we got another infected back there. And then we got one Shambler there. I want to see if I can maybe lure these fuckers here and hit them with a Molotov. And we got a runner as well. Two, actually. Damn it. Well, it worked part of the way. Fuck. Maybe I can find another bottle. Oh shit, I'm gonna shot out that window. Ah, god damn it. We have Shambler there. And we got a regular runner here. Hard to see in the dark. Okay, which just leaves the runner, or the shamblers. That's one. Fuck, the other one is hobbling his ass over here. Is he done? Yeah, Dina got him. Way to go, Dina. Okay, I think that's everybody here.
Okay. I'm ready to get out of here.
Same.
Like I said, the gameplay in this is tense. It's compelling. It has you on the edge of your seat. The gunplay is fantastic. The upgrades are fantastic. You need every little bit of resources to make it matter. And yeah, I know it's survival, but in a game like this, it fits. The animations, death animations are brutal. The environments are well designed. Like, this is just an incredibly solidly made game. Even if you hate the fucking story, the production values and gameplay alone would carry this game and make it worth it for me. But I don't. I have problems with parts of the story, but then there's lots of parts of the story where I do. Just like every Naughty Dog game, it's incredibly well acted. So even when it's some shitty writing decisions, it's still well performed by a great cast. And there's plenty of awesome writing in this game too, as you're about to see. They, shortly after the scene, they do a flashback with a young Ellie and Joel, like just very, very quickly after the events of the first game. So, like, she still has her model from the first game, you know, like the younger Ellie. And it is one of the most heartbreaking fucking scenes in the entire series. Made me cry like a little bitch. And it is more of classic Joel and Ellie before things went south. It is beautiful. Okay, so even people who say the writing is bad, I have to disagree. There's lots of really, really great stuff in the writing department. It's just uneven. Like I said, you'll have moments where, oh, the writing's good, and then there'll be sloppy parts. But that doesn't mean the whole fucking game's writing is bad. And like I said, with the original game... they had a very tried and true idea. But this game, they got more ambitious, so it's uneven. When it's better than the first game, then it'll also be worse. But it's still good. And like I said, it kind of puts me in an unfortunate position where if I dislike parts of the game, I don't dislike them nearly enough. And if I like the game, I get shit because I won't say it's perfect. I'm like, oh my god, it's the greatest fucking thing ever. And that seems to be where most people fall in this game. They either think it's the second coming of Christ, or they have a sign of the end times. I can't say, yeah, I loved it, but there's lots of issues I have with it, or it's good, but it's not perfect. It's the same thing that made me stop fucking interacting with the Souls community, because liking the games wasn't enough. You had to say they're fucking perfect. And if you have a problem with any parts of the games, and you think any part is poorly designed, well then you're just not good enough to get it. Even if I beat the game and beat all the bosses, so yes, I'm good enough to get it, I just think that's shit, okay? You cannot convince me that the Bed of Chaos is a good boss fight. There is no fucking way you can justify that shit fucking boss fight. I don't care how good you say Dark Souls is. I don't care how, whatever. It is a fucking shit. And I have had people legitimately try to say, well, Bed of Chaos isn't that bad. I didn't think it was bad. It is worse than bad. It is fucking terrible. It's probably the worst boss out of any of the games. It is awful. Okay, and the fact that your progress remains through each death. It's the only boss in the entire series where that is the fucking case. Shows that even the developers thought it was bad and gave you a way to overcome it just through sheer patience. Or the fact that you have to die. You have to die to see the Scaleless the first time you fight him in Dark Souls. So unless you had the fucking foresight to equip a Ring of Sacrifice, you're going to lose all of your fucking souls, and then you're going to be trapped in a prison cell in a part of the game that's really brutal and not be able to get back to your shit. That is basically the game fucking you and trolling you out of your souls. Okay? And if there's a part in the game where it is mandatory for you to die, where you have to die to progress, then they should have made that the one time you didn't lose your souls when you fucking died. Yeah, exactly. Or fucking, the cursed status affliction gotta be one of the shittiest status afflictions in any game I've ever played. In a game like Dark Souls, that is already so fucking difficult, that is already so tough, to have your HP is so fucking bullshit. Okay? And on top of that, in the original game, it's stacked. You could get your HP halved, then halved again, then halved again. Okay? And that's easy to do when you're stuck down there in the tunnels and you can't find your fucking way out. Okay? And there's hardly anyone who has the items you need to cure you. You know, in the they patched in the bitch behind the wall to have a cure stone. She didn't originally. In the original game, you had to go to fucking New Londo on the rooftop building. So in order to get uncursed in the original Dark Souls, before it was patched, you would have to go into fucking New Londo on half health and get considerably through the fucking area to get onto the roof to talk to the guy to buy the purging stone. New Londo is like one of the fucking most tough areas in the game, and it's gonna be way, way out of your level range from fucking Blighttown in the depths. That is just flat out bad game design. There is no excuse. There is no, well, get good. That is bad game design. Or the fucking New Londo archers. Okay? Their hitboxes for their arrows are so large, you're getting bombarded from both fucking sides. It's just bullshit. And they're like, well, I got past it. Yes, I also got past it. I beat the fucking game several times. Just because I was able to get past the part that was bullshit doesn't mean that the part wasn't bullshit. Or that I can't call it out for being bad game design because it's bad game design. Okay? And to show you, okay, in Dark Souls 3, they have a repeat of the whole archers, but because they rejiggered where the archers are and the hitboxes for the arrows, it's not that bad. In fact, when I play through that same scene in Dark Souls 3, I can do it almost every time, first time. Because they recognized that it was shit, and they altered it to not be shit. By adjusting their positions and making the arrows much slower and their hitboxes slower. And the fact that they altered it in Dark Souls 3 means that they agreed that it was shit in Dark Souls 1 and needed to be fixed. Okay? Even fucking Miyazaki himself has said that Dark Souls 1 was unfinished. That they were forced to release it quicker than they liked, and so it was uneven. Okay? And he, to his credit, has admitted that it was unfinished, and he made sure that never happened ever again. He learned from his lesson. He was really unhappy with releasing it before it was ready. And he made sure for Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, that they were never rushed and had all the time they needed. Okay? So he took that as a learning experience. But even he will say it was unfinished. So they're trying to tell you, the Dark Souls fanbase is trying to tell you, Dark Souls 1 is by far the best. None of the other games come close. It's just so much better than the rest. And it's fucking blatantly unfinished. It's the only one that is. They will literally tell you, Dark Souls 1 is better than all the other games. Just so much better. but also the second half of the game is blatantly unfinished, and also the Bed of Chaos, and also the curse status, and also the Orlando Archers, and also the fucking Blighttown frame rate. And just literally, okay? And they won't even acknowledge the problems, okay? And obviously, okay, we know that FromSoft is not the best at optimization, okay? But Blighttown and New Londo on the original versions operated like 10 frames a second. That is unexcusably bad. In 2011, when Dark Souls 1 originally released, that was unexcusably bad. And then I had somebody try to be like, well, they fixed it now. Yeah, the remaster fixed it, and the remaster was made by a different studio. They offsourced it to Virtua Studios. They've done a couple remasters. They did the Final Fantasy XII remaster, which is really good. They did the Return to Arkham remasters, which were really good. So they handed it to somebody who knew how to optimize games, okay? And that's not to say anything of the PC port of Dark Souls. The original PC port of Dark Souls, from everything that I have heard, is one of the worst fucking PC ports of all time ever. Now, FromSoft is not exactly known for their good PC ports anyway. Okay? But the PC port of Dark Souls 1 was truly fucking horrendous. And they're like, well, fans fixed it, okay? I'm glad that fans fixed it, and I'm glad they found a way to make it better and playable, but that doesn't get FromSoft off the hook because they didn't fix it, okay? If you're a developer and the fans have to come along and fix your fucking game, your port, to get it to run, and you, the person with the paid team, can't do it, you have failed your job as a developer. And they'll just excuse this. Or the fact that they still have frame pacing issues, dude. How many fucking games have they released with poor frame pacing issues? And everyone tells them, fix it, okay? And they never fucking do. Elden Ring, if you played it at 30 FPS, also had poor frame pacing issues. If you played it capped on the base PS4. So games released in fucking 2022. And the thing is it's not like the bad frame pacing is some fundamental issue they have to rejigger the engine to fix, okay? Lance McDonald was able to literally fix the bad frame pacing issue in Bloodborne like that, okay? He revealed why. A lot of Sony fans, I'm sorry, okay, no. He revealed why it had the bad frame pacing. Sony has a built-in frame capper. So, like, if game makers are using their engine, they can use a built-in frame capper that PS4 developer tools. PS5 now. FromSoft uses their own custom frame capper for some fucking reason. That's what causes the problem. Lance McDonald was able to completely fix the frame pacing issues in Bloodborne just by removing their frame cap solution and putting the standard PS4 solution on, okay? So literally, all they had to do to fix the fucking frame pacing issues was remove their janky-ass frame rate and put on the stock fucking one. And yet they haven't. Okay? And it's not like this is some fringe minority. So many fucking people have bitched about the frame pacing. Okay? It literally, if the game does lag, it makes it feel like it's lagging worse. When the game is not lagging, it feels like it's lagging. It just generally makes the game sluggish. And you can get used to it. But every time I go back to replay Bloodborne, it's always like I have to sit there and, oh my god, this feels so sluggish, and I have to rejigger my brain to get past it. I shouldn't have to fucking do that, okay? Especially not in Elden Ring, okay? Once, twice, okay. It has been a problem for like 10 fucking years now, man. Everybody bitched about it across the board, and they've done it, and it is such a simple fucking fix. There were other games that had frame pacing issues that they fixed. Destiny, for example, in the beta for Destiny, they had frame pacing issues. People brought it to their attention. They patched it by the time the final release came out. Do you see how easy that was? Okay, so it's just... And you know, you hear me saying this, and it sounds like I'm going on a hate rant. I'm not going on a hate rant. I love FromSoft. They're in my top 5 developers in the world. I stand by the fact that Capcom is probably my number one, but From Software is up there. It's just From Software has released, what, 7, 8 games that are fucking amazing? Look at all the amazing games Capcom has released just by sheer dent of being around for so long, okay? Just by sheer volume, they've released so many fucking great games. Who knows when FromSoft has been around that long and released that many games, but Capcom is just so many great games. Just by dint of numbers, they win. And on a consistent basis, they're always releasing games, but they don't skip on the quality, you know? They keep them at a timely pace without skipping the quality. That's how it should be done. But I love FromSoft. They're one of my top 5 developers. They're in the top 5 slot. Okay? But they're not perfect. Everybody acts like, oh my god, FromSoft is the best. They're perfect. The Souls games are perfect. And if you have a problem with the Souls games, then it's just because you're a casual. Or it's just because you're not good enough, or you don't understand it. Okay, yeah. The bad frame pacing is me not understanding the meaning of Souls games, okay? It's like, this is like the fucking gaming equivalent of those snobby art critics who think, it's 2 colors splattered on a canvas. You just don't understand the meaning of the piece. Oh, the subtext. They're like the snobby art critics of the fucking game world, man. It's like, the color is maybe red and blue splashed on the paint, but it really speaks of the artist's repressed childhood memories. That color there is where he was beaten. And just like, bro, it's 2 colors put it on a canvas, and it's not that fucking deep, bro. You're coming off a super snobby. And it's like, the Souls fan base really has a problem with elitism. Because they'll say, well, man, I wish more people played the Souls games. You know, golly, I wish more people would play the Souls games. And then somebody will be new to the games, they'll come into the community looking for help, and they'll piss in their face. Like, hey, could you guys help me with this boss? Get good. Like, okay, man, I get it. It was funny like the first 500 times. Now it's just tiring. And when somebody's like actually asking for help and you just say get good, you're not being funny. You're being an asshole. Okay? And so some people, they'll see Elden Ring. They'll see it because it became big. Like Elden Ring became so big it escaped the sphere of Souls-likes. It was just a cultural event. And they're like, man, this game is really big. And they'll try to get into it. And as we've discussed before, man, it's called hitting the wall. It happens to us all. We'll be playing the game and we'll come to like a first boss that we find really difficult, and it's just like nothing we do can beat it. You're just like, fuck, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just butting your head against the wall like, fuck. I spent like 20 times on this boss. And you either get over that wall, and usually after you climb that wall, the whole rest of the game is easier. Like you'll never be challenged like you were that first time. Or you stop. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that try to play the Souls games, they hit that wall and they give up. So what we as people in the community need to do, in the Souls community, is if we want people to join the community, we have to help them get over that wall. Okay? And I've seen it happen. There'll be a bunch of people, and they're like, oh my god, this is so fucking hard. I can't do this. Why do people like these games? I hate this. And then you help them, and they get over the wall, and they're like, now I get why people like these games. I get it now. I get it now that I've gotten over the wall. I understand. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I'm glad to hear that. So, and like, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that, where it's like somebody's like, oh my god, this is bullshit. And then they get over the wall, they beat it, and they understand the mechanics, and they're like, I understand now why I like this. Like, I hated this at first. Now I fucking love this. Like, I've totally seen people get across that wall and change their entire opinion of the game. That's the hurdle, just that main hurdle, the wall. And so if we want people to get into the community and play the games, we need to help them get over the wall. And instead of saying, well, how can I help you? Instead of giving people some constructive tips. Have you tried blocking? What's your build? Have you tried doing this? Have you gotten better with the parry? Like, instead of giving them constructive tips to help them get into the game, they instead, oh, skill issue? Or have you tried on getting good? And come off as fucking elitist pieces of shit. And I've seen people be turned away by the community. And there's some people who literally just gave up on the Souls games because the community was so toxic. They said, you know what, fuck this shit. And not that I blame them. Even me, and I'm sure as you, as ardent Souls fans, I have been a Souls fan for just about as long as I can remember. Got all the games, got them day one. I intend to get Shadow of the Earth Tree day one. Even I cannot stand the Dark Souls community. Yeah, what? What the fuck? They dislike Demon Souls. What? Dude, Demon Souls is great. It's one of the best ones. I understand it's the first. In some areas it's rough. So fucking great. And yeah, and then they shit on the remake as well. Oh my god. And you know, it's kind of funny, because it's almost kind of like a test to see some of these entrants in the fan base. I cannot tell you how many people are just like, I love the Souls games. Oh, I'm like such a fan, hardcore fan. And I'm like, have you played Demon Souls? And they're like, no. Like, they will go on and on and on and on and on about how much they love the Souls games. And then they've never even tried Demon Souls. And you know, hold on one second, I gotta, my charger cord came dislodged, I gotta re-plug it in, it's being a dick, and that's like a huge part of the community. So many Souls fans have never played Demon Souls. And that breaks my heart, because I fucking love Demon Souls, dude. I mean, I love Demon Souls. And you know, I played it after I played Dark Souls 1. And I thought that it would just be like a less polished version of Dark Souls 1, because, you know, it came before. And then I was amazed when it turned out I actually liked it a lot more than Dark Souls 1. And in fact, I honestly think that, generally speaking, I think that Dark Souls 1 was a step back from Demon Souls. I don't like it nearly as much. Boss fights, world design, it's far superior to me. Damn it, hold on. I gotta restart my phone. It's being a bitch. Just give me a second. Sometimes my phone will stop recognizing the charger, and I used to think it was the charger, and then I found when I reset my phone, it would recognize it again. Don't ask me why it does that. But it'll just randomly stop doing the charger. I'm like, I have to restart the fucking phone. It takes a while. It's bullshit. But, you know, so I just, like I said, I love the Souls games. I hate the Souls community. It's not even a joke. Okay, come here.
Thanks, Sherlock.
And I'm also trying to make sure I'm not missing any collectibles, so... But yeah, like I said, and I can say that I've done my part. I've helped people get into the Souls games. If somebody comes to me and they say I have a problem with the Souls game, I don't just sit there and say, well, have you tried getting good? I'm like, okay, this, what's your build, what you're going for, here's this tip with this specific boss, you know, stuff like that. And I've even helped people get into the Souls games. I've had people tell me that they got into the games and helped get through them partially because of me being patient enough to talk to them about it. So I've done more to help people get into the games than most of the people in the fucking community. And then even if you manage to get into the games, even if you manage to get into the games and you're doing well and everybody likes it and all that, yada yada yada, they'd be like, did you play it this particular way? That's not the real way a Souls player finishes it. I did it blindfolded with one arm behind my back. It's like, bro, being the game is being the game. Shut the fuck up. They're like, oh, did you summon? Oh, no. You didn't really play it then. It's like, bro, okay? You're literally trying to discourage people from using things that were put in the game to be fucking used, okay? I've told you, I don't often summon in the games, okay? I prefer to do it on my own. And usually in like Dark Souls 1, humanity is a resource you have to use for bonfires. So I prefer just to put it that, right? It doesn't count if you summoned. It's so fucking dumb, man. It is so fucking dumb. I hate it. I fucking hate it, okay? It was put there to be used, Okay, they are literally chastising people for playing the game and using features that were designed to be used. It is the dumbest fucking shit. It's not, if somebody hacked the game and modded it, then I would say, okay, you just cheated to get all, like, unlimited health or whatever. That's you not really playing the game, okay? But it's like, this is a feature that's designed to be used, dog. If Miyazaki didn't want you to use summons ever, he wouldn't put them in the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being a bitch. Okay. These people suck. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure there's good people in the Souls community. I'm sure there's good people in the Souls community. You play the Souls games. I like you. You're a super great guy. You're one of the best people I know. So, Alex plays the Souls games. He's a cool dude. Nero plays the Souls games. So there are good people in the Souls community. But there are just so many assholes in the fan base, man, that generally speaking, I stay away from it, dude.
Jesus. I wonder how long they kept these running past Outbreak Day. I saw some light out that way. Go then.
Yeah, see, there's one card under here. Like, that is so well hidden, it is legitimately hard to see.
Thank you.
Like, some of the collectibles in this game are really well hidden. Well, thankfully, like I said, you can just go back and get them on the same save. They don't fuck you. Like, oh, you can't get it now in this run. You can just go back and see, oh, I missed this one collectible here and get it. So, in that case, it is cool. Even if you miss it, you're not borking yourself. Most you have to do is replay a quick section. You can go right to where you need to go. Or just scoop it up in New Game Plus when you've got, all kinds of shit. Okay. Yeah, let me use the first aid kit so I can grab this one. Okay, I think...
Dina? Yeah, come in.
Okay, that's the last collectible for this part of the game. And now we're gonna get more into more of a story sequence.
Getting closer to light. Hey, let me get you up there. Yeah.
And this is where Dina finds out that Ellie's immune.
What you got? Come on. Okay. Let's rally. We're almost out. Lead on.
Dina nearly killed herself here. I will say this, to Dina's credit, she nearly kills herself here too, because she sees, like, in the wreck, there's a rock pierced Ellie's gas mask, and ordinarily that would be a fucking death sentence. And, she tried to tell her earlier, I don't know if you saw that scene, but, like, after they had sex or whatever, she was like, I'm immune, and she's like, oh, you're joking, and she thought she was joking. She wasn't. She tried to tell her, but she, sees her, and she's like, oh, I'll take off my mask. And she was going to give Ellie her fucking mask and die down there, and I was like, no.
Ellie, your mask! Here, we can share mine. No! Don't take it! Stop! Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop! What? No! Ellie, no! Stop! I'm
I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see?
No, I mean, seriously, like, she saw her mask, and in all fairness, she was gonna give her her mask. And risk her dying. So it shows Dina as high quality, but, like, it would have been really bad.
Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go! Go!
Ellie!
Right here! Don't slow down!
This way!
Oh, shit.
Go right!
Fucking go!
There's a gate!
Dina!
And this movie theater is basically Ellie's hub.
We should say we rest in that theater.
That sounds so fucking good.
But see, she's like, she acts like she's an invalid from pregnancy, and she's like 6 weeks pregnant. It's like, dog, it doesn't work like that. Okay, and if you're like so debilitated from a pregnancy like that, that would be like it was stuck in your fallopian tube, like an ectopic pregnancy, that would fucking kill you. That would not be your normal morning sickness, dog.
Almost there. I got you. Here. Got it?
Alright, you gotta get up and go. Day 2 is when things really start to heat up. When Ellie gets her full weapon kit, gets the bow, and the set pieces start to get really out there. They do a good job of escalating. And she's like, "You didn't tell me you were immune." It's like, "Yeah, I did. You thought I was joking." It's like, that's kind of a you issue, Dina. In all fairness, they didn't really have time to talk about it. Like, right after that happened, shit killed Joel, so it's not like it came back up in conversation. Life got in the way.
What's going on with me?
She's pregnant.
Ellie,
Jesse couldn't pull out.
I just saw you breathe spores. I told you. I'm immune. Okay. You're immune? Come on.
Sorry, freaking. Yeah, fly.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about? I was bitten and...
Here, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll get my drink. It's also where the tempo kind of shifts itself a little bit. We had a very big action scene with tons of infected and all that. Now we have a kind of a slower flashback with Joel and Ellie that doesn't really have a whole lot of combat. It's about the story, which is fine. Like I said, it's okay to have slower moments in games. There's a problem in a lot of games and movies where they feel they need to have something going constantly. But the problem is when you have the pace going constantly, it loses all meaning. You need to have the slower moments so that when things get real and heat up, you can see the dichotomy. If it's all full cylinder, full bore all the time, it quickly loses its impact. A game like this should be a crescendo, or no, they're not crescendo. Crescendo's up. A falsetto. There's a term where it's up down, and you know what I'm saying. You need slower moments to balance it out. You don't need something constantly going on every moment of a game. Up down, and you know what I'm saying. You need slower moments to balance it. And then they will like. I'm trying to figure out how to put it. This is my old soda I'm drinking. It's also a trap. Yeah. Not Curtis. Not again. It's also a trap where they're afraid that they're not having something big and shiny and explosive going on every second, that the average viewer loses interest. Dude, some people are like that, but the majority of game players and movie watchers, dude, are okay with this with slower moments. They don't need you to dangle keys in front of them, bro. On top of which, if you're like me and you come to love the world, you come to love the characters, moments like this that are slower and build up the world and the story are super important. They're just as meaningful to me as the big action moments. And like I said, this game has a nice balance. You have a moment where it's like pop, 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 and they'll slow down, give you a moment to catch your breath, recontext, and then throw you back into the fire.
Nothing happened. The chemical burn.
Yep. Better people looked at her arm and saw a burn than a bite.
Yeah, and Tommy and Joel are the only ones who know.
And now you.
Knew. Now you know. I can't get you infected if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, thankfully Ellie's not contagious.
Not immune either.
She wondered if that was true in the first game. She was afraid to kiss somebody. And they actually go over that, like the first time she gets kissed by a girl, she freaks the fuck out, afraid that she would turn her. You can read about it in her journal, how she sat there literally watching her all night afraid, because she like kissed her by surprise, and she found out, no, it's not something I can spread. The spores in her are dormant. So even if she spread them, they would be inert to somebody else. Like, that's how her body got rid of them. It's not something about Ellie's brain to the infected, the infection of the cordyceps, says that her brain's already taken over. So when the infection hits her, it just goes dormant. Like, it's already taken over. Like, some signal in her brain says, we're already taken over.
Can you say something?
So whatever infection is in her, if it was spread to somebody else, it's inert. It's like how people who have like the bubonic plague or stuff like that, or what do they call it? Tuberculosis, TB. Even if you get TB and you're able to treat it with antibiotics, because it's really easily treatable with antibiotics, is parts of it will always be in your bloodstream, but you can, talk to people, kiss people, fuck people, whatever, donate blood, because it's inert. And it works the same way.
I think I'm pregnant.
God damn it, Jesse, if only you had pulled out.
What? What are we... What are we supposed to do now?
Nothing. I just need to rest for a second.
And Dina's like, oh, me being pregnant doesn't change anything. It changes a lot, Dina. To say nothing of the fact that now you're a fucking morning sick invalid.
How long have you known? It was late a few weeks ago. A few weeks? We could have still turned back. I didn't.
See, she's like, I was late a few weeks ago. So when she says that, it makes me seem like 6 weeks. So she's a month and a half pregnant. She's not even 2-3 months in, and she's already fucking, morning sickness. It's just not realistic. It's not how morning sickness works. And if there's something like life-threatening with the pregnancy.
No. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second.
Make sure this place is secured. You just rest.
I just made you a mod on my channel, man. I meant to be doing that before. It doesn't really change anything. It's still, you know. Okay, now there's some collectibles in the theater. And she may not have believed her, but she did fucking tell her. Like, Dina not believing Ellie when she told her she's pregnant, that's on Dina. That's not on Ellie, okay? She told her. And kind of more favored to side with Ellie in this situation. Not because, you know, she's the protagonist, but because she kept that shit to herself for weeks. Okay? You miss your period for a little bit, fine. Okay, fucking weeks? You need to say something. And like I said, it just comes across as a way, it feels like a very contrived way to get Dina out of the story for other characters to take over. Which there were better ways. Lies of D. Lies of D and nuts. Got him. Oh, there it is. It's like, what do you call it when, like, you go to bed with a trans person and they don't tell you they're trans? Lies of PP. Oh, man.
Wonder how many people die in this play. Pregnant. Fucking pregnant. How could you keep something like that? Okay. This note's old. Still, better be careful.
Guy had a tent here. At least he was fucking looking at, like, magazines of travel and not porn. That's what you think would be here. Well, that's good, man. You gonna try and, like, hold off? You gonna go straight into New Game Plus, or, you gonna, keep that save file on hand for the DLC when it comes out? Yeah, because it's not far now. they've already confirmed in a stock meeting for the company that it will be coming out in the second half of 2024, which we're in the second half of 24, so it's coming out in, 6 months, worst case. Probably not 6 months. Probably will come out around September or around, the year mark of the game. So probably not even 6 months. Probably 3 or 4 months. I probably expect we could see it soon. In fact, it may even be at the State of Play for May 29th. Sony has said they're doing their big game reveal event of the year on the 29th, which I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what Sony's slate for this year is. And when they first announced Lies of P, it was at a Sony event, if you remember. It was at a State of Play. So, and they even did a launch trailer at a State of Play too. So it would totally make sense if they're like, oh, hey, for this State of Play, here's the DLC trailer in a release date. So, holding out hope that we're going to get news on it soon. But even so, it's not that far away. A couple months, tops. And, you don't want to have to do the whole fucking game right after to go into the DLC and risk getting burned out. That's why, some people are, waiting till right before the DLC launches for Elden Ring to replay it. But I felt like if I did that, there's a potential I could be burned out and tired of it by the time the game come along. So I'm like, I did it months ago and have it safe already. That way I've taken a break between, you know what I mean? But I did it so that it wouldn't be like a year prior. So it's still fresh in my mind, but not like I just played it yesterday. Some people can do it, There are people who totally can do it, I just jump right in after marathon and I can't. I get burned out. That's why, when I play a longer game, I will intersperse it with other games, because if I just marathon of it, I'll get sick of it, even if I like it. But if I play it some for a while, come back, yeah, I'm fine.
Need to get the power going.
I probably actually will start up Lies of P soon anyway. I also might even start up Steel Rising. We're talking about Steel Rising and all that. It kind of made me want to play it again. It's been a while since I played it. It's a truly great game. Another touch I like, when you go out in the rain, she'll slowly pull up her hoodie. Touches like that I love in games like this. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna save, and I might actually switch to Steel Rising and show you the start of that, if you're down to watch it. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back.